Extremely disappointed again. This has been too often a story this year for us, for our players and our fans, and just very disappointed. I thought our defense played their guts out and played well enough to win, and probably did the best job against that squad of anyone all year, and outgained them again, and for like the fifth time this year it feels like, and don't have anything to show for it because we're just not able to finish. And whether it's finishing drives with points from our field goal unit, or whether it's us not converting third downs, we struggled at all of that today, and certainly disappointed that we didn't stack upon last week's effort. Just I didn't think we strained as well offensively as we did last week at Kentucky.
Hugh, I'm sure you heard the boo birds, probably sense the frustration. I think there's an expectation this team would be better in year two. Why is it not?
Yeah, I didn't hear any. I don't hear that, but we're just not consistent enough. Obviously, in critical downs offensively, I think our defense is playing really at a high level. Offensively, when we're not able to create explosive runs, it seems that we really struggle to protect the passer and to throw and catch some. So, but and we're not playing very well in special teams, so that's a bad combination.
Got the second round.
Coach, you mentioned not being able to put together a complete game. From your perspective, what is the next step in being able to do that this season?
Go back to work Monday. See, we're open next week, so we'll have a good week to try to get a little healthier and obviously figure out, what we think we can do with the three remaining games, particularly offensively. I think our defense is playing well enough to keep us in games. We've got to figure out a way to finish drives and score points, but we're not playing well on third down, and we're not finishing the drives that we do have. The first drive of the third quarter I thought was great. We go right down and hopefully come away with points, and we don't, and that's kind of a momentum killer. And we failed to keep our energy up too, it felt like, on the sideline as compared to the other night at Kentucky.
Go on the front right here.
Coach, a big reason for your win against Kentucky was your run game, especially Jarquez Hunter. What was different today than what you experienced against Kentucky last week?
Well, I thought Vandy did a good job. Played a lot of bear front and did a lot of different things that were going to take away some of the run game from us. And thought they tackled extremely well. And I have to watch the film to see, how well we strained at the point of attack. It was hard for me to tell that. But some of the credit goes to them. They've been very good against the run all year, and were today for sure. Whether or not that was a combination of us poorly executing, or whether that was them, I have to watch the film and see.
Go to the front row here, Justin.
He was Jarquez banged up, and he only had 2 carries in the second half.
He looked. He I don't think he's banged up, but he did look gassed to me. But the second half was he just kind of. I can't remember how many possessions we had, but we didn't have many. And when we did, the last 2 for sure were we got to go. And so you're not handling the ball in those circumstances. But other than that, I don't know that we had the 2 other possessions.
Go here, Mike.
Coach, given struggles scoring, any maybe plans after this to change play calling duties, or how you guys are maybe managing that?
No, I don't think we're at that point. Just maybe limiting, the scope of what we're trying to do.
Jason.
You look at like Peyton was his shoulder a little giving him some issues, and how much did that impact things there in the second half too?
I said, you got to be honest with us, and he said he was good to go. So, you trust him to tell you that. And it did look like, he kept favoring it, kept bothering him, but he felt like he was good enough to go.
Coach, after the joy of last week to this point here, I mean, this is something that could be deflating for the team. They've talked about not wanting anyone silver linings, and this is one of the season. How do you evaluate this team, and where do you all kind of go from here as you look to find that consistency?
Well, I think finishing in anything you do is important, and the easiest thing to do is for people to check out in life or in football, and that's what the voices will say to so many. And it's one of the things I've been very proud of this team is I don't think that they've given into that and checked out, and they continue to try to lay a foundation for the future of this program, and that will be the expectation moving forward. I liked some hard truths that were shared in the locker room from people like Keldrick and Luke Deal, and but the expectation will be that we finish whatever that looks like, and that we that's something they'll look back on in years and be glad that they did. That brings you peace and purpose, and anytime you check out, I don't think that's something that brings you much fruit of any kind that's good.
Okay, got a couple over here, Johnny and then Max.
And you, on the leverage penalty on the field goal, what was the explanation from the official, and is that something you guys work on throughout the week?
I better be careful here, but it certainly was a critical call in the game, and one I strongly disagree with. On the line of scrimmage, you can put your hands on, if you're lined up on the line of scrimmage, you can put your hands on the back of the offensive lineman. You can't land on them. I didn't think we landed on them. I'll have to watch the film and see. Y'all probably had a better view of it than I did, but it was certainly a critical call in the course of the game.
Max and then Nathan.
Talked a bit about the last 3 games you guys have left, but what is your message just knowing you guys got to win out to make a ball game?
Oh man, one practice at a time. Starting with next week, I'm not. We won't go down that road, man. It's just stacking days that allow us to get better.
And we'll finish up with Nathan here.
You called a timeout with 2:01 left in the game. What went into that decision with the 2-minute warning?
That was a bad decision there. For sure, you should have let that one go on down to the 2-minute warning there.
All right, thank you, Coach.